So if I was starting from scratch again, how would I make $10,000 online if I was starting in 2025? And guys, I want to let you in on a little secret. It's getting harder and harder to make it online. 2025 is the fastest and easiest way to get yourself to that $10,000 mark a month using the strategies I'm going to be talking about in today's video. Wait until 2026 and it's going to be significantly harder because there's going to be so many more people who are also trying to play the same game. So I want you guys to start by understanding what attention is. Because right now we're in the attention economy. So mastering attention is key. Because when you have attention, you can create the most incredible things, right? You can build businesses that are catered to help people get to somewhere that they want to be, and you can make profit doing so. So you can make profit helping people on the internet do certain things. Now, I'm not telling you that you should launch a course, because that might sound like what I'm saying. That is an option, and I am all for courses that genuinely help people. Because I always use this example, right? If I do something, for example, I'm a crypto trader, right? If I can successfully create, let's say, £3,000 or $4,000 a month by trading crypto, if I can then package that and I can actually help other people do it, and I charge, let's say, $10,000 for that course, but I genuinely teach people how to make $3,000 a month, which I use that number because that's what I used to make before I made magical internet beans. And if I knew about the info product space, I think that's very much worthwhile. I make my money back in 4.5 months, but only if I'm dedicated, only if I'm willing to put in the work. But I don't think that that is as bad as a lot of people make out. However, this is not what I'm talking about in today's video. What I'm talking about is harnessing attention, right? So short form right now is the fastest way to get noticed, in my opinion. So there's 2 pillars to all of my accounts that I've made. By the way, I have large accounts in cryptocurrency, like YouTube accounts and TikToks, and I also have some in real estate. And that's where I create a brand, I provide value, and then I help people use the similar products, services, and people that I use, and that generates me income in the form of affiliate commission. But short form is the quickest and fastest and most efficient way to get your face and your knowledge out there. So I use short form to get the views. I use long form to give out the value. And it's all for free in these places, right? So short form, people get to recognize me. They see what I'm doing. You can't give much context in a minute. But with YouTube, you can give loads of context. You can go deep into what you're thinking and you can provide value. From there, you then show people how you do things. Example of this is my real estate brand, where I talk about investments I've made. I talk about the returns, the losses, the thoughts, the processes, the learning curves, and all of that. And then if people want, they can use, for example, the same real estate agent that I used. And by introducing someone to the real estate agent that I actually used, this real estate agent actually made me money. And I want to give other people the opportunity to deal with someone who actually helped me make money. He will then give me a kickback and a commission or an affiliate commission for providing that connection. All right, that's just one example. Another example could be a market research tool that I use to see the prices and the recent sales and all of that of real estate transactions in a given area over a given period of time. If I use that, it generates me, or it gives me value. I can then have a link to that site with my affiliate link in the description, and I can help people use the same platform, and I will get a return if they subscribe. But it's actually providing me value, and that's what I find so exciting, because I'm not just peddling any old crap. These are things that I actually use, services I use, products I use, and maybe even to bring it back to the course that actually makes money for people. It's all providing value, and I think that is worth selling to people. Another interesting thing that happens when people pay for something, they actually derive more value from it, right? Because when it's free, they're like, it's free, I don't care. But if they paid for it, they're going to be more dedicated. And anyone who says creating content, anyone can do it and it's super easy, it's not true. Anyone can do it, but most people won't do it because it actually takes consistency and dedication, and most people give up. I was actually reading recently that there's a statistic with podcasts. Most podcasts never make it past, I think, the 3rd episode. So to be the outlier in the podcast industry, you need to make 4 podcasts. Isn't that crazy? And then I think it's like another 90% drop off after number 11. Now, don't quote me on that, but that's the sort of thing that happens. And the sort of thing I see here in YouTube with the creator space, right? People start, they get excited, they see no traction, they give up. Now, you're never going to see traction at the start because you're going to be useless at filming. You're going to be useless at creating these sorts of camera angles, creating stories and talking to the camera. But in doing so, E.G. filming the videos and posting it, you're going to learn. So you don't want to outsource it. You don't want to do all of this. You want to actually learn how to do this. And you can create yourself a business, right, that can generate you $10,000 a month, but maybe even more. Attention is the currency. The more attention you get, the more money you can make. The more value you give for free, the more money you can make. That might seem weird, but the more people trust you, the more they're going to listen to you and the more they're going to go to the places that you use. Again, that's why I always bring it back to the things that I actually use. That's what I love showing my audience. Because I actually use it, it actually gives me value. I want my audience to use it too, to provide them value, and I can make also money from that in the form of affiliate commission, right? That's what it's a really exciting business model. It's something that's completely new. It wasn't around 10 years ago, right? So this sort of business, right, keeps the overheads low. You can reinvest those profits into automation and leveraging your time, for example, building teams to help you get as much content out. That's what I've done. I also built teams and businesses behind me so I can make money and provide even more value, more services, right? And 10K isn't the end goal. It's just proof that the system works. And you want to scale on from there. And I believe every single one of you can do that. So subscribe to this channel if you want to see more insights from me. And I'll leave a form down there in the description that you guys can fill out. And what you can do with that form is let me know what you're looking for. Because I want to launch something that can create value for you. But I also want to conduct real market research from the people who actually watch my videos or who are actually interested in making money online, right? Making their first $10,000. So I want to hear from you. Let me know what it is you're looking for, and hopefully I can provide you with that value. So the form will be in the description, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.